What if one of the most iconic muscle cars in American history came back, but didn't just chase nostalgia? What if it redefined itself completely? This is the 2026 Pontiac GTO Convertible. And this is not the GTO you remember. The name GTO carries weight. It represents raw power, rebellion, and pure driving emotion. But what happens when that legacy collides with modern design, advanced technology, and luxury-level refinement? Today, we're taking a deep dive into this stunning concept, from design to interior, performance, and what it could mean for the future of American muscle. Let's start with the face of the car, because this is where the GTO makes its first statement. Right away, you're hit with a bold, modern interpretation of Pontiac's signature split grille. It's wider, sharper, and far more aggressive than anything before it. The GTO badge sits confidently at the center, while subtle red LED accents hint at performance without screaming for attention. And then, the headlights. Instead of classic round lamps, we now see stacked LED elements. Clean, futuristic, but still paying tribute to the original muscle-era layout. It's a perfect blend of heritage and innovation. Look at the hood, dual functional scoops cutting through the center line. This isn't just for aesthetics. It's a visual promise of power underneath. Everything here feels intentional. Tight lines, controlled aggression. Finished in that deep metallic tone, the car looks less like a revival and more like a predator waiting to move. Move to the side, and the proportions tell a story that every muscle car fan will instantly recognize. Long hood, low stance, short rear deck. That classic formula is still here, but now it's been refined. The surfaces are smoother, the panel gaps tighter, and the overall shape feels more aerodynamic and premium. The large black multi-spoke wheels give it a modern performance edge, while the red brake calipers subtly tie back to the front accents. There's even a thin red line along the lower body, a small detail, but it adds identity without overcomplicating the design. And then, of course, the convertible factor. With the top down, everything changes. The car feels more open, more emotional. It's no longer just aggressive, it becomes elegant. A true grand tourer with muscle car DNA. Now let's talk about the rear, because this is where things get really bold. The full-width LED taillights stretch across the back, emphasizing the car's width and presence. The lighting signature is clean and modern, but still carries that aggressive tone you'd expect from a GTO. Instead of traditional badging, you get Pontiac spelled out across the rear, giving it a premium, almost European-inspired identity. And just below that, GTO branding, simple and confident. Down low, the performance intent becomes crystal clear. Quad exhaust outlets. A sculpted diffuser. This isn't just a cruiser. It's built to move. Step inside, and this is where the transformation becomes undeniable. The cabin is wrapped in rich tan leather, covering the dashboard, seats, and door panels. It feels warm, luxurious, and surprisingly upscale for a muscle car. In front of the driver, you get a digital instrument cluster, but with analog-inspired visuals. It's a clever way to keep that old-school emotion while delivering modern precision. The center console is clean and driver-focused, featuring a large infotainment display seamlessly integrated into the dashboard. Physical controls are still present, giving you that tactile connection that many modern cars have lost. And then imagine the driving experience. Hands on the wheel, open sky above, the road stretching ahead. This is what a convertible GTO should feel like. Not just fast, but immersive. Now, let's talk about what really defines a GTO performance. While official specs haven't been confirmed, expectations are already building. A naturally aspirated or modernized V8 producing around 350 horsepower and 495 Nm of torque seems like a realistic starting point. Rear-wheel drive is almost guaranteed, because anything else just wouldn't feel right. But here's where it gets interesting. Some concepts hint at more advanced setups, possibly twin-turbo V8s, or even electrified performance systems pushing the limits far beyond traditional muscle. Top speed, potentially around 270 kilometers per hour. So yes, this isn't just about nostalgia. It's built to compete. Since this is still in a concept or revival phase, nothing is officially confirmed yet. But if this were to hit production, a price range between $55,000 to $80,000 would position it right in the sweet spot. Premium, but still accessible. As for release timing, a realistic window would be somewhere between 2026 and 2027, assuming a full revival actually moves forward. So now the real question is this the perfect evolution of the GTO? Or has it moved too far away from its roots? One thing is clear. If this is the future of American muscle, it's not just exciting, it's redefining what muscle can be. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Would you take this new GTO over the classic? Because this might just be the return of a legend.